to put in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted up at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my at the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down out of soul had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap, got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First down, Murray. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw on second down, Murray. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw on second down. Murray. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Third down. Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
After the interception, here's Taylor. Flushed out right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Taylor. He's got his tight end, Njoku. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Taylor on target to Gordon for a Cleveland 1st. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. The quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. To give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Slow.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try the sneak with Taylor. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's third down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go to Pirine, trying to pound it in. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Operating from the gun, Murray. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
On 1st and 10, Murray looking deep down, looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10 at about the 32. They start on the ground with Pirine. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Ready. 319.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd and short. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Hey, 3rd and 2, now Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches. Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Murray. He may try and run for this. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
Set. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hot.
throwing on first down. Murray, blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw on 2nd down, Murray. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
On first down, Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Set. 319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, Murray. Caught by Sanu. And he gets it down to the 32. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Murray now. Here's Sanu on the catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Operating from the gun. Murray escaping the pressure right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Flush to his right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Taylor, operating from the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Slow. Ready. Flag 32.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. And he's got this down to the 35. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Taylor will lead up the offense 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Ready. Flag 32.
Taylor will throw again. Underneath for Johnson. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, Taylor. That's complete, right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
Throwing on first down. Murray voids the target, and he has it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Set. 3-19.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, Murray. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray over the middle, complete. That's Green. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
This quarterback now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. In for the score, and the Bengals have got it back to a one-score game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Taylor will bring the Browns up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Taylor on 1st down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Taylor now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10.
Flag, 32.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Taylor. Throwing again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Pirine. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Look at this, a tight end carry. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Gonzalez is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now let's go. Boom, landed.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray forced out to his left, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. No, check. Patriot.
To throw on 2nd down. Murray dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Browns getting set to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Ready. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's Taylor. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And when a free safety goes like he did there, he better be sure he's going to be able to make a play.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, because I have a feeling that the defensive coordinator and head coach are on the sideline screaming, no, no, no. Good play.
Yeah, good job, buddy. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Pirine. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On the ground with a tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.